Right, I thought I would do one more tutorial just now before I get ready to go out to work at the club again tonight. And as you can see, well, for those who don't know me, hello! This is a picture of me being really stupid in the club last night, and one of the punters saying, "Let me take your photo." Ace. I was running out of images to use, so I thought, why not use one of me? So yeah, what I'm going to do is a tutorial on actions, and specifically how to create actions. And obviously this is with Photoshop. Actions is probably one of the best things available on here in my opinion, because it just reduces your work time on photos right down, especially if you're doing generic things. I have ones that I use a lot. You can see, I've got lots of actions listed here. The main ones that I would use though is levels and contrast and doing saves. Saves me basically going up and hitting buttons. If I hit first save, it'll just do the save for me and I hit enter. The other good thing when you create actions is that you can create an action that uses the actions. So to give you an idea, I've got an action here for levels and contrast, which is the one I'm going to show you how to make. I've got one for first save, and I've got this one called good image. So if I get a good image like this one where I don't think there's a lot of edit need done, if I click that, it'll do the levels and contrast and then it'll do the save at the same time. So I'm not having to do any of those steps. That one thing will go through both of those steps for me. And the way I made that, as you can see here, under good image it says play action levels and contrast is what you can't see, and then play action first save, and there's your action, levels and contrast, and first save. So simple as that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to create one just now to show you how to make it. It's pretty straightforward. I'm going to make sure that my most used actions is highlighted, and I'm going to come down to this bit here, which basically is your new file. So we'll click that, and we'll call this action tutorial, and make sure it's been set in the most used actions, and we will then hit record. So that's now recording everything that I'm going to be doing on Photoshop. So the first thing that I'm going to do then is I'm going to go into adjustments, add my levels, and go back, add my hue and saturation, and go back to my layers, and I'm going to change my hue saturation to soft light and reduce the opacity down to 30%, and then I'll go back into actions and I'm going to hit stop, and that's it. It's now saved that action process, and the reason I've stopped there is I want it to go to that point. And because it's quite a good image, you can see there's not much adjusting needing done on the levels here at all. So that's why I've got the option of the goods on mine. So if I think I don't need to do any adjustments to levels, it'll bypass that and just save it. So that's your action. That's all it takes to set it up. So if you're doing an image where there's a lot of work needing done to it, then it's a brilliant way to go through it. So if I've got an image that I need to do a lot of work to, I can create an action that will basically do the levels, the hue saturation, add the skin softening, load up to 50% grey layers to the dodge and burn onto, and then it's just a case of doing the other ones myself later on. But that's the main ones already up and ready to go, and I just need to slot the other ones in wherever I need to. So yeah, actions, brilliant thing to learn to use and learn to create. And as I said, you will definitely find it reduces your workload, because let me just delete these, go to the action tutorial and hit play. Done. So you can imagine if you have to edit 150 images just using those two layers that I've done there, to have the action tool that does that for you and then saves it. Because if I go into save logo, I'm not going to save it, but if I click play, you can see it merges them for me and it comes up with the actual thing, and all I need to do then is click enter and that'll do it for you. But we'll cancel that because I ain't going to do it. So I hope that's proved helpful.